collaboration between both companies has really made this home beautiful, and I'll be able to live here until boots up. That's how I see this home right now. It's gorgeous, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
Usually the first step in step one is to find land, and that's usually the hardest part, finding the right lot to build on. So in this case with Cindy, we had already found the lot. We identified that it was buildable. We identified that it was going to fit her program and her budget, and so we moved on.
In all honesty, they pretty well saved my butt. For me to make the decisions that had to be made, I'd made a lot of mistakes, and it would have been too late. So with them, my anxiety was less. It made things easy, so I was pretty happy about that.
Step two is when we've already identified the lot, we've identified a site plan, we've identified the program, now we've got to work on the budget. So we bring in our architect partner, and we work with them to make sure that we pull together all the elements that they're looking for in a project. And in this case, we had a very specific program where we had a mountain lot to traverse, go up and cut back. We had a view to maximize, and we had aging in place to consider. And so all of these things came together as part of step two in the design process.
Collaboration was between both companies. They gave me more than I dreamed of. I had an idea, but we really got to put that down and more. So it was the best thing I could have done. Besides doing it by myself, never would have happened.
Step three is when we work with the client and we go directly into the construction of the project. So in this case, we'll have a launch meeting. We introduce the owner to the rest of the team, the selections coordinator and the superintendent that will be building the house and helping the client with selections throughout the different phases. And we go ahead and get the project underway.
It was all about outdoors in for me, and they definitely gave me that. There's not anything I have regrets about. Everything is, I wouldn't change. Usually when you want to build something, you might want to change something, but there has been nothing I wanted to change in this house. So I'm quite happy the way it is.
I loved every inch of this home. One of the things that really stood out to me more than the rest was the outdoor living space with the infinity edge pool, the patio, the floating fireplace facade, and that outdoor in aesthetic and living environment is really what I think set the home apart.
Having a great client makes all the difference. Every project is special and unique, and Laura and I collaborate on every one of our projects, but when the client is really engaged and has a vision and allows us to extend our vision into their program, it really just makes the whole project come together really nicely. The production side, the selection side, and the ownership side all come together, and it pays off. No regrets.